Thank you for listening to the Business Blast podcast. So for all my listeners out there that have been wanting to do your own podcast, I'd like to introduce to you Anchor. Anchor is a one-stop shop for recording, hosting, distributing, and monetizing your podcast. So before I found Anchor, I had never actually done a podcast because all the research that I had gathered made it seem very complex. Then I found Anchor, and Anchor makes podcasting extremely simple. So if you want to do your own podcast, go to anchor.fm/start. I can't wait to hear your podcast. Welcome to the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. This episode is brought to you by Authors Unite. Authors Unite provides you with all the resources you need to become a successful author. You can learn more about Authors Unite and join the free community at authorsunite.com. Now, let's jump into the episode. All right, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Business Blast podcast. I'm your host, Tyler Wagner. Today, I have Dr. Sharon H. Porter with us. She's an educator, author, and talk show host. So welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. So excited to be here.
Of course, we're excited to have you. We'll dive into the first one. The first question I have for you is, what is the best story from your life that has an underlying valuable message?
Probably going through my doctoral program the first time and not finishing. I always say delayed is not denied. I spent 6 years in a doctoral program without actually getting and earning a doctoral degree. And so I went back in 2014, graduated in 2017 with my doctorate. And so delayed is not denied. That's what I learned from that experience.
And what is the most valuable piece of information we should know that's within your expertise or industry?
Well, actually, I work with aspiring authors, and all I can say, if you want to become an author, you must begin writing. Writing. You can become an author. You just have to write.
And what's your best piece of overall business advice?
I would say that everyone that's in your circle is not necessarily in your corner. So it's important for you to know the difference.
I've never heard that. I like that. And if you could give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that be?
I would tell my younger self that failure is a part of the success process. Either you win or you learn.
And in your opinion, what is the key to happiness? Comparing
yourself to no one.
And what is the best book? That'll be a good one for you. What is the best book that you've read, and what was the number one thing you learned from that?
I would have to say As a Man Thinketh by James Allen. It really reinforced my belief that whatever you believe, you certainly can achieve.
And what is your favorite quote and why?
Fall 7 times, stand up 8. You don't have to allow setbacks and obstacles to stop you.
Yes, I love it. Thank you so much for coming on. The last question I have for you before we let you go is, where is the best place for people to find and or connect with you online?
Absolutely. I am Dr. Sharon, and that's Dr. Sharon all across each of the social media platforms.
Awesome. Thank you again for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.